Let's get things going and kick things off Saturday night at Patrick Gymnasium. UVM men hosting the Cards from Plattsburgh. Just a quick trip from over the lake, and this one was all UVM from start to finish. First bucket of the game, Aaron Deloney to Matt Veretto for the two-handed slam. 8 from Veretto in just 16 minutes of play. Later, Veretto kicking to TJ Long. 3-ball, corner pocket, that is good. Long 6 of 7 from deep. He led the way with 20 points. And how about Michel Dayashimiye, the Rice product, with 4 triples on the night? He had a little bit of fun in this one. Shamir Bogues, he had some fun too. Efficiency, 8 points, 3 steals, and that two-handed slam. 92-41, UVM is your final. Everyone who checked in for the Cats scored in this one. Looking for the weekend sweep after a dominant performance on Friday. We were scoreless all the way until the third, until Natalie Malinkova does this. What an effort. Malinkova's 4th goal of the weekend and 5th in her last 3 games. 1-0 UVM. Now let's go into the 4th. Less than a minute remaining. Still tied at 7. Pitlick on the keeper, staying up here and fighting for every yard, gets his team near field goal range. Couple plays later, last play of regulation, a field goal for the win. Ryan Smith from 32 yards, it is up, it is good. Mill River goes on the road and wins. They are moving on to the semifinals, where they will take on Woodstock.
One thing that people might not think about is the game balls. They're different in the tournament than they are in the regular season. Throughout the regular season, everybody can use whatever ball they want. In the tournament, it's a little different. I caught up with Aaron Deloney. He sort of walked us through what it's like adjusting to a new ball.
I think the biggest thing is that they're brand new. Usually you play with the ball in a game that's kind of broken in a little bit, so it's, you know, you're kind of used to it at that point. Brand new ones are kind of slick, a little more slippery, and the bounce is kind of insane. Like, you dribble it and it goes up like to your head or shoulder area. So there's kind of a big difference.
Last season, the Catamounts didn't get a chance to shoot with these particular balls until their day before shoot-around. This year, though, they did get that chance.
We only had that warm-up this year. They sent us some to Vermont a couple days before we got to make it out here, just to get used to them.
Deloney says there's a noticeable difference with these balls, but every team has to go through it.
Maybe a little bit, just knowing the shot touches the rim one way, it's just going to bounce super hard, knowing you have to dribble a different way, catching it, you might be slick, so just some small differences, but you got to play through it at the end of the day. Other team has to deal with it too. So
last year, he said it did play with their heads a little bit, but this time around, not so much.
Knowing that they were going to be bouncy was all in the back of our head. We just had to deal with it, and then having to use them for a few days definitely helped us out.
In the midst of a 4-game winning streak, the UVM men's hoops team is getting key contributions from plenty of guys throughout the rotation. Some old faces and some new, including one who hadn't played anything more than a pickup game in almost 4 years. Just last spring, Matt Veretto was a student at the University of Connecticut. His lone season playing college hoops for the University of Delaware was 3 years in the past, and he thought his playing career was as well. Graduation was approaching, and his post-grad life was waiting for him.
I did think I was finished. I accepted a job in New York City. I was ready to, kind of move on to the adult world a little bit.
But he couldn't quite scratch the itch of being on the basketball court.
A few days before the transfer portal was about to close, it kind of hit me where I really just had that drive again, and it kept coming throughout the 3 years, but that was the most serious point. So once that happened and I entered the portal, I just gave it one last shot, and I said if I'm going to get offered by any schools and they're going to trust that I'm going to be able to play there, then I think I'm going to do it.
UVM was one of those programs interested in Veretto as a high schooler. And even without a long college resume, they still liked what they saw in his game. So they picked up the phone, and he answered.
As soon as I entered the transfer portal, Coach Schneider reached out and decided he wanted to give me a chance to work out here. And that was really kind of just where it kicked off. I was up here 3 days later, so that was, really exciting.
Getting back into playing shape didn't happen over those 3 days, but Veretto powered through anyway.
About 15 minutes into the workout, he had his head in the garbage can, and it was like, oh, and he took a couple minutes, gathered himself, and then just went right back at it for another hour. And actually, we had, we were like, you don't need to try to rip the rim down every time you finish, and he's like, okay, and then he ripped the rim down again. Like he has one speed, and you love that about him.
That workout would prove to be symbolic of his Catamount career thus far. He missed most of the summer dealing with injury, but came back and ended up playing 27 minutes in the Cats' first exhibition game.
I think the nerves kind of got to me a little bit. The nerves, the conditioning, kind of everything. But after a few games, I kind of settled in a little bit. Just kept hitting the practice floor hard and just trying to get back in shape.
From there, Becker and the coaches planned to ease Veretto back into the rotation. But injuries in the front court have changed plans a bit.
I thought, all right, we can bring Matt along, you know, and be patient with him as he kind of works off the rust. But he's accelerated that process, and you know, now he's starting. He's been huge for us.
Since joining the starting lineup, he's averaging almost 20 minutes per game and poured in a season-high 14 points in a massive win at Colgate, picking up where he left off 3 years ago, all while chasing a master's degree in accounting along the way.
It is a little tough. The classes aren't easy, but I've been able to balance it, even being on the road and everything. I think the coaches have been really helpful in, you know, making sure everybody does their study hall hours, and I think that's the biggest thing, is just constantly putting the work in, you know, both on and off the court, to make sure, you know, there's no issues.
It's been really good so far. I've really enjoyed it. I think everyone here has been so friendly, so welcoming, the team, all the other people. It's just been really fun.
That is Tana Proudfoot, a UVM diver and new face in town, but already setting records.
Tana is originally from South Africa, and her main sport growing up, it wasn't diving. And here she is, a few months into her freshman season, making an immediate impact on the program in Burlington.
Moving away to college can be a big decision. For Tana Proudfoot, it meant moving halfway across the world, 8,000 miles from Johannesburg to Burlington, sight unseen.
I've never been to America before. Came here, I spent a couple days in New York with my mom first. She flew over with me, and then I came here for the first time.
Proudfoot committed to UVM without stepping foot in the United States. With limited opportunities to dive competitively back home, it's just what she had to do to pursue both her athletic and academic goals.
Diving specifically, you can't really dive in South Africa. There's not very many competitions after high school, so I knew I was going to come to America because of that. I think it's a really amazing opportunity to be able to study somewhere completely different from where you live. And coming to Burlington specifically, it kind of just, everything fit. There's a really good degree that I can do here. I'm looking at doing pre-med, maybe going to pediatrics, something like that. So they have a really good degree. It's been a really amazing team environment and team atmosphere. So everything just kind of clicked. It's a really amazing college town where all the students are around. So it's been a lot of fun.
She's only been in Burlington for a few months, and she's only been a diver for a few years. An injury forced her away from being a gymnast, so she took a leap of faith into the pool.
I started diving my freshman year of high school, so actually pretty recently. I used to do gymnastics, and then the bone in my elbow died, so I couldn't carry on doing that. And then when I went to high school, there was diving available there, so I figured I may as well try it out. And then I joined the high school team the next day, the club team the day after that, and then ever since then I've just been doing it.
Back in October, Proudfoot etched her name in the UVM program record books twice. In the Cats' home meet with New Hampshire, she broke the 21-year-old standing varsity record in the 1-meter dive. Not too long after that, she set the 15-year-old record in the 3-meter dive. All of that qualifying her for NCAA zones, and all of that in her first head-to-head competition at the collegiate level.
It was the first meet against other people, so I went into it just saying, I'm going to try my best, I'm going to have fun, and I'm just going to gain experience from it. So I really just went in with that attitude, and it came out that I broke the record, so I just wasn't expecting it at all.
Proudfoot says starting her UVM career in such a fashion, along with instantly gelling with her fellow Catamount teammates and coaches, has boosted her confidence while adjusting to life in a brand new environment.
It really shows me that if I have fun, if I enjoy what I'm doing, I can go into it. And I think with the team as well, they've been so supportive through everything. They've really been there for me. Diving's a very mentally challenging sport, so having a team and a coach that really supports you and gets you through it has just really been amazing.
He's going one-on-one with Jesse McPherson.
Yeah, the Catamount goaltender became the program's all-time wins leader last winter with still a full season to go in her UVM career. We spoke about that moment, how she got her start as a hockey goalie 15 years ago, how she stays so calm between the pipes, and I also had a chance to try and score on her. And I will warn you, I have never played hockey, and it was not pretty. Here's our day with number 91. All right, we're here with Jesse McPherson, the all-time wins leader in the history of the UVM women's hockey program. Jesse, flashback to last year, you set that record and then you build on it. What's that moment like for you?
Honestly, if there was a zoom in on a camera, I did tear up a little when that happened on the ice. You know, it was a moment for my team and for me personally, but you know, it was very exciting to do that with a group of people last year, and really excited to continue that this year.
All the way back, when did you start playing hockey? When was the first time you put on skates?
Oh, probably when I was 5, 6. Started out as a player. Wasn't very good, so they were like, "Hey, let's put this kid in goalie." I was the only one weird enough and crazy enough to actually want to do it. So then, probably 7 years old, I started in goalie.
How do you stay in the zone? You know, maybe when they're on the power play and you're just trying to track everything. How do you stay so calm and composed?
My teammates in front of me. Honestly, like wherever they are, we kind of move as one. You know, how many block shots do we have? I think we probably lead some kind of record in hockey use for that, you know? Like that keeps me calm and grounded, you know, when I know, oh, there's someone back door, but I'm like, oh, somebody's there. You know what, this is our game and we got this together.
10 shots on you over here. How many do you think are gonna get by you? There's a correct answer to this.
Hopefully 0.
That's the correct
Hopefully.
answer, but we're about to find out.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So my wife actually played college hockey. I asked her for some tips and pointers. She laughed at me, didn't give me anything, and said, I can't wait to see this. So let's see how it goes. Number 1. Oh. Okay, little high, but we'll take that. Okay, 0 for 2.
2 was a lot better.
0 for 3.
He's getting there. He's getting there. There it is. Oh!
I thought that was the one.
If that would have went in.
That would have been a technicality. We wouldn't have even counted it. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. All right, halfway through.
All right, well, you almost had her on kind of the little flutter one there. That's probably your best chance is a kind of fluky play like that. Yeah. So just, I don't know, maybe go for like the Keenan Thompson knuckle puck, okay, or something like that. The triple deke, maybe try and go off the post or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, you can go ahead and try it.
Yeah, I can't do any of that. I'm just going to do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work regardless, okay, so it's fine.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
Cool.
No.
Oh, he's almost got it. He's getting better.
Oh, okay, 2 more.
He's going for the 5-hole, I see.
Here we go.
Oh!
Oh!
That was close.
Oh, right at her. That's not how I wanted to end it. Oh.
Oh, no, I can't be like that.
Oh.
That was good. The progression, there's a lot of improvement there.
Yeah, no goals, but no broken bones. That's a win.
Yes. No falls.
And what?
No falls.
No falls. Do we get to add another shutout to your career total after that?
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
for my
we can
stats.
do that. We'll see if we can add it to the record book. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I learned 2 things from that. Number 1, there's no helmet big enough for my head. And number 2, I am so bad at hockey. Yeah. All right, Delaney, so you're back for your 5th year. What made you come back to Vermont?
I think just the atmosphere, everything about it. Like, I'm so used to everything, and over the past 4 years, I've gotten so, like, I don't know, I just love the community, love the girls, the coaches, and I think that it was a great opportunity to spend another year here, so.
Favorite memory so far here at UVM?
No, I mean, that's kind of a given. The conference championship last year, that was very exciting, so.
Favorite spot in Burlington, favorite thing to do off the court?
Well, I love Mexican food, so El Gato for sure. And I don't know, I like to, in the fall and the summer, I like to hike, so.
Okay,
yeah.
Very nice. Pre-game ritual?
Anna and I share peach rings before the game.
Okay,
yeah.
That's a good one. Basketball inspiration growing up?
Ooh, I really liked watching Tamika Catchings on the Fever. My family used to go to like half of those games during the season. So.
All right, so what we're doing here today is we're playing a modified version of horse. We're going to call it Cat. It's on theme, and it'll make it go a little bit faster. We've got Aaron Deloney and Delaney Richardson behind us, and we're going to be trying some shots. I don't know about you, Michael. I was not a very good basketball player growing up, so this is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I was okay, but I don't have very high hopes for this, but we're going to see how it goes.
I go back to the opposite hand free throw.
Oh.
I know Delaney doesn't want to shoot that.
I'm a lefty at heart, so. Guess I'm not a lefty at heart. Okay. You're a corner shooter. You're a corner shooter. It's all right. All right, C to C.
Oh!
A. C-A. A.
Somebody's got to put it in. Shoes untied. Foot on the line.
Okay. Tie game. Hey!
Wow.
What's that saying? In 49 other states, it's just basketball?
Yep, but in Indiana.
That was a lot of fun. What we did not show you was how many times we missed that half-court shot.